Hi friends, do you know that if you are standing or sitting on a ground or any object, then you are applying force on it? Well, I am Rajan Jha and you are watching Kashyap Tutorials, where you learn today and lead tomorrow. And this is second part of topic force. In first part, we had seen introduction about force and its unit. In this part, we are going to see more details about force. So let's have a quick view of topics which we are going to see today. So our first topic is translational and rotational motion. Second is moment of a force or torque. Third is couple. Fourth is equilibrium of bodies. Fifth is principle of moments. Out of these 5 topics, we are going to see 2 topics in this video, that is translational and rotational motions and moment of a force or torque. So let's start with our first topic, that is translational and rotational motion. Friends, have you ever thought what can happen if force is applied on rigid object? In fact, we apply force in everyday life. If not, then pause it and try to push the door or any bucket in your house. So, if you have done all, then let's see it together. So, case 1. If rigid object is free to move, that is not attached to anything, then it will move from one place to another place, which is called translational motion. As we can see in first example, a boy is pushing object which is not attached to anything. In second example, a person is running, he is applying muscular force and he is moving from one place to another. In third example, a boy is throwing a ball and this ball is not attached to anything, so it is moving from one place to another. So this movement is called translational motion. So as we have seen in translational motion, when we apply force on a rigid object, it moves from one place to another place in straight direction. So that's why this motion is also called linear motion. So in short, we can say that translational motion is also called linear motion. Okay. So by this we have covered topic translational motion. Now let us discuss the second case, that is if object is not free to move, that is it is attached to anything. In that case, if we will apply force on it, it will rotate on its axis, that is called point of attachment. And since it is rotating on its axis, so this is called rotational motion also. As we can see in example, the door is best example. This door is attached at this point, so this is the point of attachment of this door or pivot point. So when we apply force on this door, it rotates on its axis. Similarly, this blade of this fan, this blade is attached on this point. Hence, when electric force is applied on this, so its blade is rotating. It is not moving from one place to another place. So this is a rotational motion since it is rotating. Same with the globe. This globe is attached at this point. Hence, it is rotating on its axis, that is point of attachment. So that's why it is called rotational motion. So by this we have covered topic translational and rotational motion. Now let us see the second topic, that is moment of a force or torque. Friends, in daily life we open door or cupboard, but have you ever thought that why the handle of a door is at the center of opposite side of a pivoted or attached part? So as you can see in this example, this door is attached over here, or we can say this is the pivoted point, and its handle is exactly opposite side of this pivoted point. Why so? Have you ever thought? Well, its answer is torque. Now, what is torque? We have seen in translational or rotational motion, basically we'll focus on rotational motion over here. When we apply force, that object rotate on its pivot point, that is point of attachment. But can you think that with how much speed it will rotate, it depends, this thing depend on which factor? That is, if we applied force on any attached object, so with what speed it will rotate? Well, its first answer is of course force, how much force we are applying. But there is second factor also. So let's see the second factor. The first factor, as we said, the magnitude of applied force, how much force we have applied. Second factor is at what distance we are applying force from the point of attachment. So it depends on that also. Let's try to understand this point with this example. So imagine you are applying force of 10 Newton on yellow point and on red point. The same force you are applying on both point. So if we will apply force on yellow point, that is 10 Newton, it will rotate with more speed than this point red. So if we will apply the same force of 10 Newton on red point, it will rotate with less speed compared to this point. Now that is why, because the distance of point O from the point of attachment or pivot point, this is pivot point. So distance of point O, or we can say perpendicular distance of point, this yellow point, is comparatively more than the red point. So as we can see, the distance of red point from the point of attachment is less compared to the yellow point. Hence it will rotate with less speed compared to this point. So based on that, we can conclude that this torque is depend on two factors, that is how much force we are applying multiply by at what point, that is the distance of a point on which we are applying force. So product of these two factor is basically called torque. I hope now you understood the topic torque. So concept wise we are clear with torque. Now if you want to calculate what is torque mathematically, then its simple formula is how much force you are applying into the point at which you are applying force, the distance of that point from the pivot point. Let's try to understand it by this example. So in this figure, imagine this object is pivoted or attached at point O and you are applying force at point P. So basically distance of O to P, we need this distance, and how much force you are applying on this point, so that force. So basically you will multiply force with the perpendicular distance of a point on which we are applying force. So this is formula to calculate force. In general life also you can calculate the torque. So in daily life we apply lots of force. So if you are applying force on any object which is not free to move, then you can calculate its torque also. Okay, so we have seen mathematical formula to calculate torque. Now let us discuss about its unit. So basically unit of torque would be the unit of force into unit of distance. So now we know that unit of force is Newton in SI unit and meter. So its product would be Newton meter. So this is the unit of torque in SI unit. Similarly, In CGS unit, its unit would be dyne into centimeter. So basically dyne is a unit of force and centimeter is a unit of its distance. So by this we have cleared the topic translational and rotational motion, moment or turning effect of a force or torque. So these three topics, that is couple, equilibrium of bodies, principle of moments, we will see in our next video. And after completion of these three topics, we will see some numericals also on these topics which we have covered till now. I hope now you are clear with the concept of translational and rotational motion and torque. Please do like and comment below your feedback to help me make more videos. Thank you.